far with it, but when I first learned how to play guitar, at the start of my lessons, my music teacher told me that if I ever feel like I've been practicing enough, and I grow too complacent with the rate that I'm chasing these aspirations, then to call myself in my bluff, look at my fingers, and if they're not bleeding, then keep practicing. My fingers are not bleeding, but the pen ink is, through the page that is. I guess this paper is taking metaphors from my soul a bit too literal with something immaterial, and I feel miserable sometimes. But not as many times as before I found this writing, but life is still an uphill climb no matter how many words, no matter how many verses you leave behind for your ego to stand on and help even out that incline. But it's fine. Life is naturally more chaotic than rhyme. We're placed here to experience the fear and the trauma, breathe air as poetry, and hope this world is a bit fond of our feelings because they haunt you. And you need to let them out before they taunt you from the inside. Let the world hear your outcries. Hasn't anyone ever told you that stoicism is futile? You shouldn't keep this shit in. You need to shout at the world when it's brutal. You need to throw every word you got at it until you've been sucked into the madness. And yeah, I've been sucked into the madness, but my fingers are still not bleeding. And yet, I've been having some trouble sleeping like the town of Wakefield. I want to kill my mind, but I keep on writing. Start punch me in the throat, and I still keep fighting. I never learned my lesson because of my music teacher's lessons. Now I'm stressing. I feel like I don't write enough. I feel guilty of being mindless, losing track of time, forgetting to think and rhyme. I'm a slave to this language that's puppeteering from inside. But my fingers are not bleeding, so I've got no reason to cry. I've got to keep on going, not putting enough effort, not drying out your heart until you're tied to a stretcher, Mama. I hope this don't upset you. But my music teacher's lessons were not a good combination with genetic depression. Now I feel incessantly pressured to ensure that I'm always getting better, with every bar, every measure. I don't know which term to use, so I throw them both in for good measure. Will I ever measure up to the expectations of my father? I never got far with guitar, so I tell myself you need to try harder when it comes to these words. Accompany your feelings with Coventry form fitted out fitting your verse. I gotta carve out these words with gust of wind on this stage. I'm at the stage of my writing where my poems just don't carry the same tone. It's scary, I'm changing. That can be only, please don't go. I need your strength, I need your prose instead of this poetry with flow. My fingers are not bleeding, but my soul still feels punctured up. Thank you.